Hey guys, today we are going to see about Route 53 service in AWS. Route 53 is a DNS service that we can register a domain, or we can register a domain in different DNS management and then have hosted zone in Route 53. So if you click register domains, yeah, here you can click register domains and you can search a domain here to check the availability of the domain. Let's say demo that. Yeah, here you can see per year it's $14. So I'm not going to register a domain here. I have a domain in GoDaddy. So what I'm going to do, so if you don't have domain and if you want to register a domain in AWS, you can create domain here. Otherwise you can create a domain in your favorite domain management. Okay, so since I have domain in different provider, I'm going to use their DNS management. But since I'm going to use AWS services, I'm going to create a hosted zones. So once when you register domain, it will automatically create a hosted zone for you with the domain name. But if you have a domain in different provider and if you want to use AWS services, you have to create a hosted zones. In hosted zones there are two types of hosted zones. One is private and one is public. So private is used to internal domain name change system, and public is used to provide as a DNS for public domain. Okay, so I hope you guys already know how DNS works. Okay, so it will give you the human readable domain name for a server. Okay, so I'm going to open GoDaddy here. Yeah, I have a sob.in domain in GoDaddy and I have opened the domain. So if I scroll down the DNS records for this domain, I see records and NS records, CNAME records. Okay, so right, so what are all the record types we use? We use A record for IPv4, so WW record for IPv6, and NS record is for name server record, and CNAME is for domain to domain map. Okay, so currently the DNS records are based on the GoDaddies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create hosted zone for this domain siob.in. Yeah, I'm in Route 53. So you can also have a domain in GoDaddy and add the Route 53's name server in GoDaddy, so you can manage all the records in Route 53 hosted zone. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create hosted zones in Route 53 so that I will get name servers of Route 53, and then I'm going to add those name servers in GoDaddy DNS management, so I don't have to manage any records in GoDaddy, so I'm directly going to manage in Route 53. So click create hosted zone. So provide the name that you have in GoDaddy, siob.in. So we can provide a description. So it is public hosted zone. Okay, click create hosted zone. So for hosted zone, it's $0.5 per month. Okay, so it's not a free. So you will be charged for hosted zone per month, $0.5. So here you can see two records. One is name server and one is SOA. So you don't have to add this SOA, but we need to add this name server's value in GoDaddy. Yeah, now I'm in GoDaddy. So here you need to update the name servers. Currently it's GoDaddy's name servers. Okay, so to change the name servers, click name servers here, and here you need to click change name servers and choose I will use my own name servers. So here you need to add all of those name servers that you got it from Route53. I'm going to copy that and paste here. Yeah, now I have added all of the name servers here. So I got only two box rights. So to add extra, you can click add name servers and paste the name server. So delete this. So once you added all of those value, click save. Click continue. Yeah. So your request is in progress. So it will take some time, few minutes to update the records. Refresh the page. Yeah. Here you can see name servers has been updated with the Route53 name server. So now we don't have to use this DNS management. We just need to update the Route53 hosted zones records. Yeah, now I'm in Route53. So let me create a record. Click create record. So for now I'm not going to add a exact resource value. We are just going to check the DNS query here. So I'm going to add one year record for siob.in. Okay. So one random record. Okay. So TTL, we also going to see TTL. So TTL is used to catch the DNS records. Okay, so it's a time to live. So based on the TTL seconds you provide, the record will be cached in the client devices. Okay, so if you put 300 seconds, that value, right, the value 11 12 33.44 for siob.in will be cached for 300 seconds. Even if you change the IP before the 300 seconds, right, the value won't change. So if you have more TTL seconds, you won't get more traffic to the Route53, so the cost will be lowered. So if you change the TTL to, let's say, 60 seconds, DNS query will happen every 60 seconds, so Route53 traffic will increase, so your cost will also increase. So you can also keep that in mind when you change the TTLs. For demo purpose, I am going to keep minimum recommended value just 60. So I'm going to keep 60 and click create records. Now here you can see a record has been added. If I try to access this siob.in in a browser, I won't get a website. Okay, so because I don't have any resource, it's just a random IP. But if I query this in Cloud Cell, so I will create a Cloud Cell. So if you click this button, right, so you will get a Cloud Cell. Click this. It's a instant terminal you would get in a cloud. Okay, so you can do ns lookup and siob.in. Okay, so at first you ns lookup command is not found because you need to install bind utils. Okay, so let me install that. Sudo yum install. So this command will install the bind utils. So now I can do ns lookup siob.in. Yeah, here you can see it's queried from the DNS and I'm getting the address I added. Okay, so I can also dig the domain so that I can get detailed queries. So dig save.in. See here you can see TTL seconds as well, right? So 60 second. If you do that again, it will 51 second, 49 second. So you will get the TTL details as well when you do dig query. Okay, so next we are going to add a EC2 IP, the real IP, and access the domain. Yeah, I have launched on EC2 instance. Okay, so I'm going to EC2 instance. Yeah, I'm going to copy this public IP and add as a record. So click this edit record, close this. So here you can see you need to update the value. Okay, so I will keep detail 60 seconds. So let me save this. Yeah, so at least it will take at least 60 seconds to be updated in the cache or even in this zone. So we can wait for 60 seconds and check the SIOB domain. Okay, yeah, so this is my EC2 instance website I have launched. So I'm able to access that from SIOB.in domain. You can also check that in CloudServe. So if we dig SIOB.in, see IP has been changed. Okay, now we are going to see difference between CNAME and Alias. Okay, click create record. Here you can see record type. If you click the drop down, you will see multiple records. So A record is IPv4 address, WAW record is for IPv6 address. So here we are going to see about CNAME. So route traffic to another domain name and to some AWS resources. So CNAME means canonical name, which will route the traffic to one domain to another domain. So but here is one limitation: you can't add CNAME to root domain. So what is root domain? SIOB.in is a root domain. You can't add the CNAME to root domain. So this is if I add anything here, it will be subdomain. I'm not going to add anything now. Now I'm keeping this SIOB.in as a root domain. If I add, let's say I have a load balancer, I'm going to add that domain as a CNAME. Copy the DNS name, and if I try to add CNAME to root domain, see what will happen. Okay, so I'm going to keep 60 seconds for demo. If I click create records, yeah, it gives me the error that type CNAME with DNS and SIOB is not permitted to apex in zone SIOB.in directly. Okay, so instead of that, you need to add it in the subdomain. Okay, so like this, and if you click create records, yeah, it is created. It will take Route53 propagates your changes to all of the Route53 authoritative DNS servers within 60 seconds. Okay, it will take some 60 seconds to update all of these DNS servers. So if we check this subdomain, okay, yeah, I'm able to access the website from load balancer. I actually added the EC2 instance to the load balancer. I can show you that after removing the A record. So let's say if I remove the A record, select the A record and delete record. click delete. So if you can see, I have only CNAME, and even if I access now the CNAME, I'm able to access the website. Okay, so now we are going to see Alias. So we saw how CNAME works. CNAME, we can't add CNAME to direct root domain, but we can add it to the subdomain. But the Alias, it's similar to CNAME, but it's a extension of DNS feature. So this Alias feature is not available in all of the domains, main domain provider. It is exclusively for Route53, which can be added AWS services. So here you can see, let's say saob.in is a root domain. So, and I'm going to add WAW records because load balancer is created with IPv6. I'm going to choose IPv6, and here you can see Alias button. Click this, which means you're going to add this as a alias. So here you can see you got to drop down. So the advantage of Alias is you can add it as a alias for root domain as well as the subdomain. So it is like it can act as a CNAME as well as you can add it as to root domain, and it will opt you to select the service level or AWS service level, because this is a Route53 specific extension. Okay, so I actually added a load balancer, right? So here I can see Alias to application and classic load balancer. Click this and select the region. So it is Hyderabad. So now I can choose the load balancer in that region. Okay, this one. And one thing is that for Alias record, you can't select a TTL, time to live. You can't add TTL, it's default added by AWS. Okay, so if I try this, see, this is root domain. Okay, so AOB.in, I didn't add any subdomain. And if I create records, yeah, here you can see it is added to the root domain, and it alias is yes, and the value is domain ALB domain. So if I remove this, so I'm able to access the CNAME through mylb.saob.in subdomain. If I try with saob.in, I'm also able to access the website because I added a load balancer, right? Yeah. So this is the main difference between alias and CNAME. CNAME, you can't add CNAME to root domain. You can add it only for subdomain, but alias can be added to the root domain as well as the subdomain, and it is extension of Route53 specific exclusive feature, and it will be selected with drop down of AWS services and region. Okay, that's it for this lesson. We will see you in the next lecture about Route53 routing policies. Thank you.